Hello everyone, it's a Steven Universe episode review for Season 5, Episode 8, otherwise known as Back to the Kindergarten. There's a lot of episodes that have to have the title of Back to the, or Back to, because we have Back to the Barn, Back to the Moon, and now this time we have Back to the Kindergarten. I'm waiting for the episode where we get Back to Homeworld or things like that, or Back to the Zoo and things like that, so... yeah, just a lot of titles that have to do with the Back to the Future, back of my refrigerator, so on and so forth. But, alright, jokes aside, I'm not gonna lie, this episode was a bit slow, mostly because it just kind of seems slow, mostly because, you know, Peridot is basically depressed that Lapis not only just took her home, you know, specifically like where she lived, not just Earth. She took the barn, she took Lapis away, Lapis took herself away, and things like that. So yeah, she's just been living in Steven's bathroom for a few days, maybe even up to like a week, and maybe just a little bit more. So Steven's been having to do like all of his bathroom stuff at his kitchen sink and things like that. Like, he's got his toothbrush, you know, he's washing his hair in there, probably slightly even bathing in there, going to the bathroom slightly. Mostly because I would assume that Peridot just pushed the lock on that thing day one, probably even like hour one, and she's legit locked herself in Steven's bathroom, like, ever since she did that the first time. But, like, in a way, she doesn't have a reason to do that. No one's trying to kill her. She's just really depressed and things like that. And honestly, that was what I was going to name this arc, because if you see my other reviews, I slightly say that this arc, these 5 to 6 episodes are what I like to call the dissolution arc, which is just a fancy way of saying, oh, this is a breakup arc, because of Steven and Connie, and, you know, at this point, Peridot and Lapis. I was legit considering calling this the depression arc, because everyone's just so sad in this, especially Peridot in this case. And basically the whole episode, if anything, is Amethyst and Steven trying to cheer up Peridot, and they say, hey, you know, let's go to the kindergarten, not just to cheer up Peridot, but I, Amethyst, want to go there to see, you know, my old wall where I came out of. But this time, since I knew who came out of those holes, you know, the Famethyst and things like that, specifically 8, I never know how to pronounce their names, the curly-haired Amethyst and, like, all those other ones, just the Famethyst in general and all that stuff. I always mix up the numbers, you know who I'm talking about. And, I mean, we know a slight fact that the row goes from, if I'm right, she said that top to bottom. I think that's how it goes, like alphabetically and number-wise and all that stuff. So, yeah, and then what they see is just a weird flower. Not even like just a weird flower, but it's weird that a flower is growing within the kindergarten, because, like, basically how a kindergarten makes the gems, it just legit just sucks out every bit of life in that area as much as possible to make the gems. That's why it's all gray, dark, and not even like a bit of sunshine in that area. So yeah, they see the flower and they're thinking, this is weird, but what if we plant more flowers here, just to see if it's not like a coincidence or like some weird thing or an anomaly, as Peridot puts it. And so they spent a chunk of the episode just planting the flowers there, and it looks really nice with a flamingo added, if anything. They do that. It's a really nice garden. I will give them that, and Peridot's happy and things like that. And they wait a day, and they go back and they see that the flowers are they're just ruined. Not from the fact that like someone or some monster ruined it, it's just that they planted life in the area where life gets sucked up like immediately. So yeah, the flowers, they're all ruined and things like that. They got put into use of this gem monster that they later fought, and fought is like a strong word, if anything. Like they basically just like bitch slapped that thing, because what was it? It like ate not Amethyst, I'm so dumb. It ate Peridot, and then Smoky Quartz comes out and just basically one-shots the monster, and that was that. So fight is a strong word. They legit just bitch slap the monster and they're gone. And yeah, Peridot's upset again because, like, you know, I didn't want to just plant something. I wanted to plant something in an area that can't be planted. It wanted to be special and things like that. But they say, you know, honestly, we can't though. Like, as much as we want to try Peridot, we can't plant anything in that area. But what we can do at least is plant literally anywhere else on the earth. And if anything as well, again, we can at least look at all the stuff that's already planted. We could look at all these flowers that we're passing by. We could take that in at least. Isn't that nice? And she kind of accepts it. So yeah, this was just basically a little, I would say a short, what do you call it? The Shorty Squad episode, because it does deal with Peridot, Amethyst, and Steven, as they're called, the Shorty Squad, if I'm right. So yeah, it was just another fun episode. Simple as that. I mean, I honestly don't know what else to put in the episode. Peridot's sad. They go to the kindergarten. They play Farm Simulator in real life, and then they bitch slap a monster, and everyone's slightly happy after that. So yeah, nothing too big happened within this episode, though it does slightly move the story along just a bit. If I'm right, this is like, out of all these episodes, this, if I'm right, is the one episode where Steven isn't constantly checking his phone. In fact, I don't think he checks his phone at all in this episode because he's so caught up with Peridot. So yeah, and it's not like he moved on from Connie, he just didn't check his phone. So yeah, that's really weird. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, concerns, or any other discussion topics you guys want to talk about. I'll try to answer the best I can. Want to join any fan for the channel, would be greatly appreciated. Email, Twitter, Patreon, all in the description below. Have a great day, have a great night, and everything else, you know what to do. Bye.